to my channel. Today we have a rather big unboxing from Louis Vuitton. Now this is a purchase that I've wanted to make for a couple of years, and then on the spur of the moment it just suddenly happened. I am going on quite a big trip next week, so I thought this would be nice to have for that trip. I'm just going to get straight into it and open it, and then we can talk about reasons I bought it, pricing, value for money, and all of those kind of things that I do like to touch on in these videos. So, you probably know from the title of this video, it is a new piece of Louis Vuitton luggage. Now, I'm just going to get rid of this massive box. I'll put it down there and bring this up. So it comes in a nice dust bag, and this is it. Now, the thing about Louis Vuitton luggage is there are a lot of different styles and prints and sizes and shapes to pick from, and I went for this over their newer shape because, and pretty much for this one reason only, is it's this handle. And I think it's easier when I'm wheeling my suitcase to hook a handbag handle over a handle of this width. Now their newer style, which is much boxier and is more like a hard shell case than this sort of softer vinyl, has a handle that is as wide as the suitcase, which I didn't like. So it was literally this wide, and it was just massive. And although the newer style has the 360 wheels, which unfortunately this doesn't have, I was really put off by that. So I end up going for this kind of more classic shape. Now this is the 55, and I believe in this soft vinyl, it only comes in a 55, which is check-in size. Most airlines, and I have checked, go up to a size 56 in height. So you can definitely check this in. You will not, hand luggage, sorry, not check-in. You can definitely take this on as hand luggage. You won't want to check it in. The price it is, I just wouldn't recommend checking it in. Those suitcases get thrown around and ruined, and also there is always the risk that it could get stolen off the carousel. So I'm really cagey, and I know I will be really cagey using this, and I make sure that it's only hand luggage. Talking about the print, I went for the damier in the black. This also comes in the classic brown, and you can also get the LV print, which I ummed about, but as you'll see in a minute, I do have a suitcase in the classic LV print, and so I just wanted something a little bit different. In an ideal world, I would have had the LV print in the grey, which the newer style suitcase that I was telling you about with the harder shell, with the wide handle, does come in, and if I can find a picture of it, I will try and insert it, because it's so chic. I think it's super smart and super sophisticated, and I really like it. I probably like it more than the damier. However, this style did not come in that print, so I had to make do. What else can I tell you about it? We can open it up and try and see some of the room inside. So if I do this, I wonder if you'll be able to see this. Let's just do this a little zip. So there's a nice interior pocket here, which is quite useful. There is also a pocket on the front, which is usually where I would slide my laptop in, because I carry my laptop in my hand a lot. But say, like, if you just want to slide it in quickly, if you want to keep your hands free, that pocket's quite useful for that. So I don't know what I would use this interior pocket for, and then we've got these flaps, and then I don't know what this is. Oh, I think this is a cover for the bag. So if, for example, you are flying someone like EasyJet or Norwegian, where they try and make you take hand luggage, but then last minute all the cubby holes above the seats are full, and sometimes they will make you check things in. If you are ever put in that situation and you've got expensive luggage, these covers are quite useful. So you literally just whip it out, and then it's almost like a dust bag that perfectly fits the suitcase, and it just keeps it protected. So that's quite useful. So it's always worth keeping in the suitcase. And having said I don't know what I would use this interior pocket for, that's what I'm going to use it for, to keep that in there. Then you do get all your care documents with it, so that's useful. And then you have, there's a suit bag. I didn't even know that. So there's a nice little suit bag, which I guess is quite useful if you're taking dresses or suits. So there's that. And then this is all the space you have. So it's not a lot of space, but I'm a hand luggage girl. I try and travel everywhere with hand luggage. And actually, you'll be amazed at how much you can fit in here. It's still quite deep. And actually, I do think this style is more roomy than their newer style with the hard shell. When I looked at that, I thought even I would struggle to put everything I needed in it. And I tend to travel quite light, as I said. So I definitely think this is a better option. But I would say that because this is the one I went for. So that, zip that back up and then put it here so you can see it. Now, I guess the next thing to talk about is price and value for money. And as you know, I am somebody that loves to get my cost per wear out of my luxury items. When I buy a luxury item, I buy it thinking about the longevity of the item and how much use I can get. And I know, even though this is an unbelievable amount of money, I know for a fact that I will use this probably for the next 15 years. And the reason I know that is because I have this one. And I did mention that I had the one with the classic LV print, and this is it. Now this is the 50 size, which I don't believe they do anymore. This suitcase is at least 15 years old, and I have been using it regularly, like pretty much every time I travel, for the last 15 years. And the only reason I thought it was time to replace it is because the handle on it, it's stiff. As you can see, I struggled to now get it up. But hang on, if I put it on the floor, I probably can do it. Yeah, see, it's just a bit too stiff, and sometimes it gets stuck, which can be annoying for travel. So I thought, you know what, it's had a good ride, this one. I've got my use out of it, but I thought I'd do a replacement. And this is what I mean. This is how I know, like, this front pocket's quite useful, because I use this front pocket all the time to slide magazines, my laptop, all kinds of bits. It's just really useful to have that front pocket just to kind of pop things in. And this one has the luggage tag here. And this one does come with a luggage tag as well. It is black, like this little bit here. And it's currently with Louis Vuitton because they're embossing my initials onto it. So eventually this will also have the same luggage tag, and it will just have my initials on, which is really, really nice. When I was buying this, I was quite keen to have you can customize them and have your initials painted on them, which you can either have your initials painted here in the corner, or you can have a stripe running down, and then you have your initials in the middle. And I was really keen to do that, but it's a 6-week lead time to do that. And you have to order it. You can't buy the suitcase and then send it off. You have to order it and wait for it to arrive. And as I mentioned, I've got a trip coming up that I wanted to use this on, so I wasn't prepared to wait. So unfortunately, it isn't customized, but at least the name tag, or label, whatever that's called, that comes on the suitcase will have my initials on. So that will be customized, which is nice. And that's complimentary. They do that free of charge. And I think it takes like a week or something to do. So having spoken about how much I've used this one, I guess it's time to talk about the nitty gritty and how much it is. Now this one was £2,240, which is a lot. But it's kind of, everybody needs luggage, I don't know if that's a good enough justification, but everybody needs luggage. And as I said, they do last really well. And actually, they age quite nicely. You can see that this one has got a lot of wear on it from like the rain, and the vinyl's slightly stretched. And I don't know if you can see, but there are like marks kind of here on the vinyl. And the back is very scuffed up. And as I mentioned, the handle's got a bit stiff. But it's given me a good run, and I don't mind it when it looks a little bit old and worn. And I think I've said that before in previous videos, that I like things used. I like things to look like they've been loved. And I really do love my items, and a little bit of wear and tear for me actually is a good thing rather than a bad thing. So I would really, really, really recommend LV luggage. I think it's classic. Maybe it's a little bit showy. You can probably get more subtle luggage, but the quality is fantastic. And yeah, I've just as a whole really enjoyed using it. And I'm quite glad that this has got the extra 5 centimeters on it, so that's that little bit bigger, so I'll be able to fit a little bit more in it. But having experienced the size 50 and how much I can fit in this, I know that I can take this on holiday for a week, 10 days, and just travel hand luggage. So yeah, size-wise, I think it's great. I think this finish is great with the damier rather than the print. It's a little bit more subtle. If you do find LV luggage a little bit in your face, you might want to look at the damier. Or there is also a really beautiful epi leather version that's very subtle and very, very chic. And then going back to pricing, it's probably worth saying that the new style, the sort of more hard shell version with the 360 wheels and the wide handle, that is less expensive. That is slightly less money. So if you don't want to kind of get to that sort of over that 2,000 mark, I think you can buy the newest shape for about £1,800. And again, that comes in both these sizes. It comes in the 50 and the 55, whereas I think they have now fully discontinued the 55 in this softer vinyl style. This is very old, so I think they've definitely changed. The other thing I would quickly say, and I will wrap this video up before it goes on forever, is that when I bought this 15 years ago, it was £1,000, and now they're 2,240. So the longer you leave it, the more it is going to go up and up and up in price. So if you've been on the fence and you are thinking about it, honestly, I really recommend them, and they're only going to get more expensive. So go for it. Treat yourself. I know, I'm a bad influence, but I hope that this was helpful. I hope that I've given you a little bit of information on luggage and kind of pricing, value for money, sizing. But if I have missed anything out and you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you could subscribe for plenty more videos from me. Until next time, bye!